Yo, we are here. Ball Central Podcast. We got myself and Mr. E. Loden, Elijah, back with some more WWE content. Payback is this Saturday, I believe. Same usual pay-per-view time that's in the US around like 7:30 or 8. We're here to give you our predictions and talk a little bit of WWE. Oh, sorry, a little bit of a brain fart there talking. But, Ball Central Podcast finds down below all the stuff, YouTube and Spotify for visuals. Hey, let's get it going.
Yep.
Well, how you doing, Elijah?
Chilling, bro. It's been a minute. Uh, uh glad to be here, honestly. It's been a while since I've actually been able to be on a pod. You feel me? So
Right. Hey, man does a lot of stuff, does a lot of work. Very busy man. Respect the
yeah,
grind.
ever changing schedule. How you doing, bro?
Hey, pretty good. Just come off the 1 year. And we're recording this Wednesday night. I just came off a pod with IBTE not too long ago. Love those guys, except for Neil. But no. Um, pretty good. Glad Elijah's here. We can talk to my guy. It's been a while, like he said, but he's been bettering himself, doing a lot of things for self improvement. Can't be too mad at that. So we have a lot to talk about tonight with the card, but first, obviously, the news that came over the week, the passing of Bray Wyatt. So just thought we'd say a couple words before we go into the match card for Payback. What you got, Elijah?
I don't got a couple words. Just RIP, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for the good memories, because I really have enjoyed every single character that he put out. Um, I was very interested in seeing where this last one was going with Uncle Howdy, but I'm gonna say this, man. Fuck Vince for ruining the Fiend. Um, but other than that, man, just thank you, Bray, for real. It was really just a joy whenever he came on the screen, because you never, not gonna say we never knew where it was going, but it was always like like that was probably the most entertaining segment other than the Bloodline when it came to back in 2020, 2019, before the Bloodline really got there. But yeah, that Fiend Firefly Funhouse, that was always my favorite part of wrestling. I mean, like SmackDown until he got fired. So yeah, thanks, Bray, for that. Um, Fuck Vince again for ruining that.
yeah. A lot of people saying that.
But I don't want to make it about Vince, man. Just RIP Bray.
Right. Same sentiment. Very talented person in WWE, storytelling. Adding the supernatural factor to wrestling. I'm just glad he had his moment with Undertaker as well on Raw with the LA Knight feud. To felt like a little bit of patching his torch. Got some advice. Got to talk with the Undertaker in general. It's just nice to have those two icons together. In that moment. So I'm glad Bray Wyatt got a moment before he tragically passed away. A lot of prayers, condolences to his family and friends. And hey, we'll see what happens now. Hopefully they treat him and his family right, because I know they donated a lot of the funds for the last two couple shows to the family. So great move on WWE. So
I know
now
what they did was they took all of his the
merchandise.
proceeds from all of his merch.
Yep.
It's going straight to the family now.
Right. Hey, best we can do. Let the family and friends give them the space and let them grieve. Best we can do. So with that being said, we also have a match card to talk about. Payback this Saturday. And let's start off with one of the. It should be one of the first matches in the pay per view. Actually, it's not a match, but it's more of like a talk show thing. Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes. Do we see like an impromptu fight, or how? It's pretty much just filler at this point. Like Cody's trying to get back to some relevant, something. It's just I don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest, with the whole Grayson Waller Cody Rhodes thing. Maybe a matchup in the next pay per view.
No, I think this is going to turn into a match this Saturday. Actually,
Oh,
Grayson Waller is what management wants or wanted Austin Theory to be. Grayson Waller is a top tier caliber NXT talent that was called up, and he's being presented properly. Austin Theory was not presented properly. That is more on creative than Austin Theory himself. I'll say that because I do like Theory.
that's wild.
But
That's
Grayson
my
Waller is
constantly.
Grayson Waller has everybody, like, not gonna say at the in the palm of his hand for real, but he's doing amazing work. So I do think this is a way to just give him a little fake ass little feud match thing with Cody, And I don't think it'll be one of the first matches on the card. I think Cody will come out in the suit. Grayson will try to get under his skin. Cody will say, "Let's fight," and then they end up fighting later in the night.
Right.
What about you?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I have no clue which way the direction this could go. Like I say, it could end in a fight, or it could probably end like how it did with Grayson Waller and John Cena on the last pay per view. Maybe a little scuffle, some arguments as well. So hey, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it's somewhat entertaining because it's just filler for the matches for like the whole pay per view. Even though we're not getting the IC match of Gunther and Mr. Gable. Also, side note before I continue, thank you Edge as well. He had his retirement match.
So what?
Thank the Edge's retirement match as well. I forgot to mention that.
I mean, that
Well,
was
not
Sheamus's match,
retirement
but I
match.
mean,
Yeah.
it was a while ago, and we can talk about that then.
Okay, but speaking of Theory, Ray versus Theory, Ray Theory, Austin Theory, is it for the title? I believe so. Like
It is.
match
It
clause.
should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So real quick, I'll say I will be fine if the Grayson Waller or Cody Rhodes segment is just, get a cheap little pop from the crowd just to get, some Cody reaction and Cody going over on a heel. That's fine if it ends like that. Cody doesn't have to have a match every card. I understand that.
right. Yeah.
As for Ray in theory, I know they just put the belt on Ray. It'd be really stupid to put the belt back on Theory at this point. This is just a filler match. I think this is going to somehow progress the LWO story a little bit. I don't know where they're going to take it. I know Santos Escobar is going to turn heel eventually, and he'll be out of the group. I'm interested in seeing that, but I wonder where this is going to go for real. But I know for sure Ray's winning that match. That's my only prediction for that. Go ahead, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I mean, all this hype up for Escobar or Ray winning the championship. Ray finally wins it, and look, Grayson Waller trying to put little doubt in the LWO, saying that Ray stole his opportunity, stole Santos Escobar's opportunity. Was a nice little touch, but yeah, uh, Theory obviously has a lot to work on. Also needs to be booked properly as well. So I don't think he should have a title on him to try to rebuild himself up. So Ray should be the good choice here to get the W and keep it for I don't know how long, but just keep it for now. See what happens. Not a lot of eyes been on the U.S. titles, anyways.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. I mean, U.S. title is going to be the coveted title on SmackDown because Roman is not on TV.
yeah Bloodline's taking vacation apparently. The whole Bloodline.
I do think that the U.S. title needs to be on somebody a little more prominent, though. And I don't even think LA Knight is the answer for that either. I know LA Knight is everybody's favorite right now, but
Yeah,
tight. Here's the funny thing, and they say this all the time: babyface title runs are not always entertaining. They really get stale quickly. Like, I'll be honest, during the I was so happy when Drew won the WWE title. You feel me? But that run got real stale real quick,
during the pandemic.
huh?
During the pandemic.
During the pandemic, yeah.
Ah,
And Seth's run, I'm not gonna lie, is getting stale. Like I, I guess with a heel title run, it's like you hate this guy, and everybody's waiting to see who's gonna dethrone him or
yeah.
what underhanded tactic is he gonna use, and that's why Roman's run
Yeah,
is getting
interfere.
stale.
Yeah,
Yeah, Roman's run is getting stale. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
but at the same time, it's like very interesting to see each match. The suspense really grows. Like, damn, is this guy gonna do it? Because it's been 3 years now. Who's gonna do it? Like, it can happen soon. And
I
it's like, is
mean,
this guy gonna do it? What's gonna happen here? Or what underhanded tactics are gonna happen right here? Like with SummerSlam, it was not an entertaining match. But at the end of the day, the fact that Jimmy was the one that caused Jay the title was like, oh shit.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty much a guarantee that there's going to be an interference of somebody in a Roman Reigns title match at this
Yeah,
point.
I mean at this point, yeah. But it's like,
Yeah,
who's gonna interfere at this point?
right.
So, that's the entertaining factor about it. And that's why I feel like with Theory, his run wasn't the best. But at the same time, it was still a little bit of entertainment because it was like, who's gonna help him today? Pretty deadly out of nowhere. What the hell? Or what underhanded tactic is he gonna use to beat who did he beat last? to retain the title. I forgot who it was. Oh, freaking
Who, Roman or
Theory. He beat what's the dude name? Ridge Holland.
really?
He beat Ridge Holland, yeah, before he
We-
faced Santos Escobar.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
But it's like for me, it's very entertaining for a heel to see, like, damn, what underhanded tactics are you gonna use? How are you gonna retain this? And then for the face, it's like they get the title. It's like the babyface chase is the best part of WWE. But once they get the title, like I know when Cody wins that title, his reign will get stale within 3 months.
yeah. And plus, with the bloodline now on vacation, it gives a lot of people opportunity because that the bloodline was dominating the storylines for all WWE. Now you have the U.S. title, you have tag team titles, you have a lot of people who has an opportunity to try to make a name for themselves on TV. And Bianca Belair is on break right now apparently as well, so more opportunity in the women's division as well. So
Hey
you got to see
man,
who's entertaining, who's not.
yes, and Bianca Belair deserves her break.
Absolutely.
But I don't think the whole bloodline's really on break. I think only Jay and Roman are on vacation.
I mean, so who is just going to be Jimmy's taking his piece, and then maybe him and Solo go
I
at
don't
it?
think I think Roman will be back next month, which is this week is next month anyway. I think he'll be back maybe next week or the week after, and I know Solo's gonna be there. I think Jay's gone for a while. Jay needs a break because he's really been there forever.
Yeah. He moved
I
to the
think
Lumina
Jay
page and
Jay
everything.
might be going till October.
Ooh, damn. Well, it is September. Oh yeah, actually, I keep forgetting it's
It,
September.
it just opens up space on SmackDown as well for other people to do
Right.
something. Like now we can put the LWO on TV. You feel me? We can have the Street Profits on TV because the Bloodline's not there taking up 30 minutes of every show anymore.
Yep. With Bobby.
So I welcome them all taking a break, actually. You know,
Yeah. Okay. Um. Also, next on the list, this rivalry got stale pretty quick as well. Becky versus Trish. It's gonna be a steel cage match. I don't. It,
I just want to. I don't
yeah.
care who wins this
I
match. I
want it to
just
be
want it
over.
to end.
Yeah.
I
You
want it
heard
to
the
end.
chants and can I think it was Canada. They're saying this shit's getting stale and like in their language or like this shit's trash in their language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I listen. I know what's gonna happen. I know Becky's gonna win. Zoe and Trish are gonna feud finally, and then Trish is gonna sail off into the sunset. That's gonna be the end of that. She's gonna put Zoe over, and that's gonna be it. But like this feud has to end, bro.
This shit should have ended after Wrestle or after not after WrestleMania, after SummerSlam or at SummerSlam or at least after like a week after it.
You said what?
This rivalry probably should have ended at SummerSlam or after SummerSlam,
It
like the
should have
match
ended
today.
at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's
But
just
because I know they want this match to be on a card, like
pay per view.
on
Yeah.
a, it's not a pay per view anymore, premium live event. I know they want it. I know they want it on one of those. So like, it's like I get it. It's just being stretched out way too long. It's really like it's been stale. I just
Yeah,
want it to end.
same. Yeah, I agree. Becky gets the win, then the rivalry for once, and then Zoe gets her time after being called up against a legend. So hey, it
Yeah,
is what
I
it is.
think Becky wins and she goes after Rhea, so we do have two women's match. Like we can have two women feuds,
Right.
and then Zoe and Trish go at it.
So what's next for Becky Lynch after this?
I just said she goes after Rhea.
Oh yes, I zoned out a little bit. But hey, yeah, because her and Raquel. Oof.
I
Yeah,
know what's happening. I can tell you what. All right, I'll talk about it later. Actually, bring it back. It's
yeah.
about Liv though.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Yeah, another match that surprisingly got on the card. I didn't think this was gonna happen, but KO and Sammy versus Finn and Priest. Is this for the titles?
Yes.
And a street fight, apparently. I forgot Steel City street fight. That's the correct term for it. Yeah, I didn't expect this to be on the card, but because I thought KO injury, Sammy injury, I didn't think they'd be on it the next pay per view. But here we are, 2v2. The robbery with the Judgment Day. Obviously, they're trying to run the whole show with Raw. Run into KO and Sammy. Got some mess with them. I mean, KO and Sammy have to retain here, I guess. I don't think they need Finn and Priest to lose to continue the friction between the Judgment Day, right?
My thing is that's true, but my thing is also we already know who's winning this match. because they advertised something for the India show in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
KO and Sammy still have the title, so WWE got to be smarter with their advertising to show that. It's like, come on, bro.
Because can't some people are some people not allowed to go to India or because of religious reasons or something like that? Or I don't know
No, he
something
wasn't
like
allowed to go to Saudi
because yeah,
because I forgot. It is a religious thing why he wasn't allowed in Saudi, but he's there. He's allowed to be there now,
yeah.
and that's why you saw when he went there for what pay per view was there?
Greatest Royal Rumble or something like that. A superstar or something.
No, not Elimination Chamber. They had a pay per view, a premium live event in Saudi, and Sammy was there, and he popped. They popped super hard for him.
Wasn't like the greatest Royal Rumble or something like that, like a greatest superstar or something. It's something called that. I know.
No, it wasn't called that at all. The
No.
greatest Royal Rumble was only 1 year that they did that. They called it that. I think it was Night of Champions.
It was Night of Champions. You're right. Yep. I just looked
It
it up.
was
It
Night of
is.
Champions, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah. So who do you think wins? It is going to be.
It's Sammy and KO.
Yeah.
It's already Sammy and KO. WWE already set it in stone. So
Yeah, just more friction for Judgment Day. Because I wonder how you think Finn gets another briefcase to the face in this matchup.
I don't think he gets a briefcase in the face, but
That
there's
has been the
definitely
go-to.
something that throws JD McDonough into Judgment Day. I think this is where they
Yep.
split.
Yeah. You think all Judgment Day, including JD, is gonna be at ringside? I'm guessing. Rhea, Dom,
Yeah,
and
that's a given. But I do think somebody else shows up.
JD or not JD.
I think JD shows up for sure. I think JD shows up, and then Damien gets mad. He probably leaves Priest, and that's how Priest loses. So, I mean, leaves Finn, and that's how they lose. I think.
Right? Yeah. I feel like in this match, someone's gonna cost each other in the matchup. It's got to be just to create more
Yeah,
friction with the Judgment Day. Okay.
that's just my prediction, though. It's humble prediction.
Right. Next up, we talked about Rhea Ripley, and before, let's bring her up again. Rhea versus Raquel for the women's title. I mean, going off of their NXT rivalry, one hellacious battle, and I'm pretty sure they're very close friends. And they've been like advertising that on Twitter and stuff like that, showing them how close they are. I think it's gonna be another hellacious battle as well. I don't know the exact stipulation, but it's gonna be probably a slobber knocker, knowing how they work with each other, and they work very well with each other in the past. So this can be one hell of a matchup.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a great match. I'm not worried about it being a great match. I'm just worried. I'm not worried about anything for real. I think obviously Rio wins here.
Yep.
I think it's possible that Liv returns this week, but at the same time, I want her to stay off TV until the Royal Rumble, just pop back up and win the Rumble. But we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
But yeah, I just know Rio's gonna win this match, man. So
Yeah, because I think we brought it up last time we were here doing predictions. Rhea has had a lot of like good moments, like entertaining moments with the Judgment Day, just not a lot of quality matches as WWE Women's Champion.
yeah, literally, that's all Rhea's problem has been with this reign. She's had great segments with the Judgment Day because they are a main event act. But as for the women on Raw, the main story has been Becky and Trish. They got Charlotte on SmackDown, Io and Bailey on SmackDown. Um, Raquel and Liv are like the real only competition they got. Like even Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are on Raw, but like that's not must see TV for them at all. Please. Um, who else is on Raw? I mean, there's plenty of women, but they're not presented properly at all. Shayna Baszler could have been a nice little feud too, but yeah, man, I don't know. Rhea she just needs more matches, I guess.
Yeah,
And
because fair to say that she hasn't had a good quality match ever since WrestleMania with Charlotte.
she has the Italian match. Okay, it was short, but it was quality.
I can't wait for this. This one's going to be a good one. I can't wait for that one. So, do we want to go with Seth or do we want to talk about LA Knight and Miz first? I'll let you pick.
We can go LA Knight and Miz. I
Okay.
know. I know you want to say that for last. Actually, let's go, Seth.
Okay, yeah. Hey, whatever you want to do.
Nah, man,
Cooperation.
you're leading tonight. I told you, man.
Gotcha. Okay, let's do Seth and Shinsuke.
Okay.
How have you been feeling about the Shinsuke promos and
First
like
of all,
his language?
as an anime fan myself, let me just say that Asuka, Kairi Sane, Io, um, Shinsuke, Akira Tozawa. Okay, all of y'all promos need to be in Japanese from now on. Just give them subtitles. All of the promos need to be in Japanese. Okay, like I, those were the best promos. That was the best promo I've ever seen from Shinsuke,
Agreed.
and that's a top promo this year, for being honest, for real. Just because of the
Oh,
intensity
yeah.
of the Japanese language, along with what he's talking about,
My back.
it's just, I know about your back. And then he goes on a rant in Japan. Like, bro, it's just chef's kiss for real. From now on, that's how you do it.
Yeah, literally talking about the injury that you said that he should be taking a break from, just because he should lose the title and take a break from that the injury you mentioned. He said, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't pick up your wife. You can't pick up your kids without it hurting." He brought up you can't do other things. It was just wow, just a great pay per view from Shinsuke, and he's still like a solid ring performer. King of Strong Style himself. I mean,
Exactly.
there probably will be a lot of heavy hits in this match. Does Shinsuke have a chance of stealing this?
No, he doesn't at all. Let's be real. Seth is walking away from Payback as champion. I think Seth will keep the title. I think he'll keep it till WrestleMania. But if he has to lose it at any time, it'll. I'm so sorry. I hit the board.
Well, we all like Seth Rollins here at Ball Central, so that was probably a bad sign of him losing the title. Just damn. What'd you just boot or
I'm sorry for Phil's cover up, guys. That was terrible. Yeah, bro.
pain?
It just wasn't it. But
Well, I'm leading, so this would happen if you were leading, sir.
like I said, man, Seth, if he has to lose the title, it should be around that Survivor Series to Royal Rumble period. I want him to keep it till WrestleMania, and then he loses at WrestleMania, and then y'all write him off TV just for his back injury if he can go that long. But yeah, Shinsuke is not the one to take it from him. Shinsuke, it's nice to see him in the main event finally, but he needs a little more. He needs some more time.
Yeah, those promos fire. Good job WWE with that. They got to capitalize on that, like you just said, use on everyone else as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Seth. Wins.
Okay, I was about to say, what do you got happening?
Yeah, so, like I said, it's gonna be probably a lot of heavy hits, a lot of a lot of good moves in this match. I'm excited to see it as well. Yeah, Seth. It makes sense for him to retain. I don't think Priest cashes in tonight as well. I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe they might tease it. Who knows? Maybe JD or Finn might cost them a cash in at the pay per view. But hey, we'll see. Just to add more drama to the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm. We'll
Okay,
see what
and
happens though.
the
That's
last
all I'm working
one,
to.
someone in that me and Elijah both enjoy watching and listening to. LA Knight versus The Miz, the battle of the Mic Masters. This is
Mm-hmm.
going to be very. I don't know where they're going to have this match. Probably maybe like middle or so, because they're probably going to have Rhea and Seth. Probably the last two matchups. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But the promos from these two guys back and forth. Did you see the um, LA Miz outfit on Monday?
What? Yes, I saw the promo from Miz on Monday. I saw what he did. Um, I want you to go first. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do something.
Oh no,
Give me
you're
one
good.
second.
Yeah. So Monday night, Miz came up in his in the LA Knight costume because he's dressed up as John Cena. Him and Maurice dressed as John Cena and Nikki Bella. He also dressed up as The Rock, etc., etc. So in Miz fashion, he dressed up as LA Knight, did his impressions, said yeah a lot. Very entertaining a promo from The Miz and from LA Knight's side. Just uh, he doesn't miss with promos a lot with The Miz, especially the one with last Friday, him throwing in Bray Wyatt's run phrase in there. This man does not miss with promos, and these guys have been going at it back and forth. Miz on TMZ talking shit, just everywhere they can to talk shit about each other. It's been a great feud on the mics. Hopefully, it's a good match in general. Because I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think the Miz puts LA Knight over to help increase his popularity even more. In my opinion, I think that's what's going to happen because the Miz has been on a losing streak ever since the last year or two. I think he's only like won 2 matches in like the last 100 some days. So because he's always never turned down a chance to put over somebody that's coming up. It's LA Knight's time to be launched to the moon. And I think Miz does that.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I do think Miz is gonna push LA, put LA Knight over. I'm gonna say this though, and Ryan Santee, shout out you. He helped me realize this that yeah, LA Knight really is just a catchphrase machine, and there are some flaws in him being as over as he is, but his in-ring talent is gonna keep him where he is because people are not like it's not like he's putting on stinkers in the ring. He's actually putting on solid matches.
right,
So like I don't think he'll be a world champ one day for real. Honestly, I'm sorry, but
fair.
he will for sure be a solid mid card player for a few years.
Maybe a champion USIC down the road.
Definitely, definitely. I just don't think he'll be a main event player for real. He'll probably have some main event matches. I don't think he'll ever win the big one though. But like I said, man, I understand what Santi was talking about, and I do see what Miz is talking about with we I ain't gonna lie. Us as consumers of the
Flavor of the
WWE,
month.
we do root for I ain't gonna say trend of the month, but same thing with Damian Sandow for real, for being honest.
Oh yeah,
Um the Fiend got over real quick. I think it was an amazing character though. But the Fiend did get over extra fast, you feel me? Um we loved Roman super fast and now we hate him 3 years later. The character I think we just hate the title right now. I don't want to say we hate Roman, but we do switch up kind of quickly.
fickle, as Daniel Bryan might say.
Yeah, but that's why we are the fans and creative has the final say. It's not us.
Yeah,
So again, I think Miz puts over LA Knight. Miz has nothing. He literally has nothing to lose. He we won't look at him any worse. We won't look at him any better if he wins this week.
he's solidified.
We
He's
yeah,
set.
look, the Miz at this point, you are the Miz. You got it. You are probably the most successful. No, not the most successful person out of WWE because obviously Dwayne, Cena, and Batista. But
He's one of the most accomplished right now. Yeah,
you're a two-time Grand Slam champ, bro. You like every time you touch a mic, even if you lose the promo segment, if you lose a promo, if the Miz loses a promo segment, it's because the other person is just otherworldly that day. Like, let's be honest.
yeah. Miz has always been one of the best mic performers for a while.
He cooks, man. So
Him and Daniel Bryan, him and
and
Cena.
Miz, like
Rock, yeah.
Miz, you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro. We are not looking at you any different if you lose this match. We're not looking
Absolutely.
at you any different if you lose to Rhea Ripley, bro. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer regardless, and I'm giving you your flowers right now, bro. I enjoyed you growing up for real.
Miz and
So,
Morrison, the dirt sheets
bro, when he used to come out with the pants and do the little like, bro, I was a fan. Okay,
with
I
the
was a
hawk, with the
fan.
mohawk.
Yes, with that little mohawk, bro, I was a fan for real, bro. I'm giving you your flowers right now, bro. Mike Mazzani, I don't know your last. Mike
Mizanin.
Mazanin.
Yeah,
I thought it was Mazanian. Okay, I didn't want to say it wrong,
it's
but
close to it. Yeah, Mizanin.
all right, Mike Mazanin. Love you, bro. Flowers coming straight from me to you. I I pray you're a first ballot Hall of Famer because if you're not, I might smite the earth. Um,
Iron Man too hasn't been injured too much. He's been an everyday player for a while. There's not a lot of bad things you can say about him.
yeah, let's be honest here. Also, he might be, if not the greatest, because I know Gunther is on crazy, but he might be like the greatest IC champ of all time for real.
I consider him the greatest IC champ of all time.
And if he isn't the greatest, he's like undeniably top five.
I think he's great. To be honest,
And
I think he is.
very arguably top. I think he's top. I think he's the top guy. If I'm
Yeah,
being
me too.
honest,
Yeah, yep. Honky
because
Tonk
like
Man, him, Chris Jericho.
Honky Tonk Man, come on now, let's.
I mean, off of the records and stuff like that.
All right, my thing is only why I say Honky Tonk Man is why I discredit Honky Tonk Man. I always discredit history because so much has evolved and
Right.
happened since you did it. Because like Bruno Sammartino, his reign was what 7 years as a top champ. If we saw a 7 year, like already we're tired of Roman after 3 years, like, but back then it wasn't TV every week. It was more so we gotta go see this guy
I mean,
because they're only coming here once for the next 4 years. And seeing him like seeing a 7 year reign back then versus a 7 year reign today, and a
yeah.
7 year reign today would piss everybody off.
You can see there's a lot more frequent content from WWE than back then.
Exactly.
So
So
it's like a Lynn Swan, Antonio Brown type of debate.
yeah, wow. I discredit like I don't mean to discredit history. I'm not trying to discredit them for real, but it's just the fact that I know so much has evolved from
Right.
TV time, what we're able to see on social media as well. So it's like,
And they
Honky
have live
Tonk's
shows
reign
as well.
was
Yeah.
Honky Tonk's reign was it was an extensive reign, don't get me wrong. Congratulations on that. But even Gunther's reign today is like it's amazing, and he hasn't even beaten the record yet. It's amazing though because we're seeing how good he actually is in the ring. Whereas Honky Tonk, we're not saying you weren't good in the ring, but you weren't. If you were to really find Gunther today, like
Oh, one smack. He is one chop KO.
exactly.
Oh,
So not to discredit Honky Tonk Man, I'm sorry if I have. I apologize to Honky Tonk fans if I have,
imagine we hope
but I do
comment
not
section
think
flooded.
he's a top 3 champ of all time. And I hate to stay so modern with it, but it really is to me, Miz Gunther. And yes, I'd have to slide Chris Jericho in there.
Hey,
But
I'll take
Cody Rhodes, don't sleep. Cody Rhodes had an amazing reign, and he brought back the white belt.
Chris Jericho better. That's my favorite wrestler of all time, so I got to back my guy on that one.
Of course you do, and that's understandable. I'm not mad at that.
Yep. Wish we would retire already, but
Like
got to pay the bills. No.
the U.S. champs, I think the best U.S. champs are probably
Cena? You got Cena?
Cena for sure. I'm sorry, I didn't even hesitate for that one.
Miz?
No, I didn't like him as U.S. champ.
Gotcha. You're going to say MVP.
As a champ. I was thinking MVP, but I'd say Kofi for sure. And then
Was Kurt Angle ever US champion?
I don't think Kurt Angle was that good of a champ. He was a great superstar though.
He had moments with Perk Angle in TNA. Whew.
He was a great superstar, but as champ, I wouldn't really say.
Yeah. Mm.
Maybe Mysterio. I think he was IC champ more than he was US champ though. But definitely Cena and Kofi were like two of the greatest US champs of all time.
Right.
I don't know why we got into this discussion here.
The Miz, it went from LA Knight.
We're giving the Miz his flowers.
The Miz, and
Yeah.
then
Anyway, we both think LA Knight's going over. There's not much to really say about that. It's been a fire promo battles. Fire promo on Monday to close it out. LA Knight got a promo this Friday coming, I know. And then they got the match this Saturday. I can't wait for it.
Where does he go from here?
Where does who go from here?
LA Knight. Yeah. If you had to pick where does LA Knight go? Where does Miz go from here?
Where does he go from here? I don't know when he wins this title, the US title. I know that's the next title he gets. But I think somehow, some way, LA Knight could be a Final Four in the Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, there's apparently a lot of noise for him to win it or at least be like one of the final contestants. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, so I would say Final Four is definitely gonna be Gunther. Might be Cody probably,
Yeah.
and I think LA Knight slides his way in there, and then we need another heel. I think probably maybe Bobby,
Oof.
depending on how they build him up from where he is right now. Bobby could be in the final four.
Mm.
Who else is there?
So Gunther, Cody, LA. I think probably yeah. Do you think maybe someone from the Judgment Day?
No, I think oddly enough, I think Finn and Priest might be fighting at Mania.
Oh.
Granted, they did start this early. If they are going to fight at Mania, but that's a possibility that they're fighting at Mania. And we're only in September. We have another 4 months until the Rumble.
Yep.
Maybe Randy.
If I mean we still don't know any updates on him, so hey, who knows at this point?
I heard he's been taking bumps,
Mm,
or maybe I
just
read it somewhere that he's been taking bumps.
yeah, just take your time. Take your time coming back.
Oh, for real, take your time coming back. I'm trying to think though. Who else would be in the final? Gabe? Nah, Gable will probably be IC champ by then. Who else is a main player on Raw? I think Dom as a Final Four contestant could be funny.
Mm. Yeah, well, like what? Like what's the name? I think who's the final? Santino Morello was the final two like a while ago with Alberto Del Rio. That was hilarious.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You never see what? The Royal Rumble where Alberto Del Rio won?
Hmm?
The Royal Rumble where Alberto Del Rio won. Santino Morello came from underneath the ring because
Oh yeah, Santino Morello and
yeah,
Alberto Del Rio. Yeah, I mean, hey, that could be it. That might be an option. That could be some way for them to go. LA Knight, Dom, Gunther, and Cody. Like you have two that are like, yeah, these two can definitely win, which is gonna be Gunther and Cody. And then you have two that's like fan favorite and Dom.
yeah.
Shout out Dom. He's actually doing great work, man.
Watch Braun Breaker show up out of nowhere and be one of the final four.
Breaker, man. I don't know what's happening with him. He's really been in limbo since losing that title. Like I feel like he lost all type of I feel like he lost all type of momentum from NXT.
Right. Also, hey, that's all the matches.
Yeah.
Anything we want to go over before we head out?
I was gonna say something about what I think should happen with Liv,
No,
man.
go ahead, shoot.
So this is what I think would happen on the women's side, since we're talking Royal Rumble right now. I know it's real early, but I think Liv should stay off TV until the Royal Rumble and win it. And she beats Rhea at Mania.
That'd be one hell of a full circle.
It'd be one hell of a full circle. Hey, but long term booking. And then after she beats Rhea at Mania, Raquel turned heel right on her.
That sounds
Like you
also.
have a feud ready.
Yep. Kathy Kelly needs to be announcing too.
And either Raquel take the title from her, or Raquel or Shayna's winning Money in the Bank, and they take the title from her. That's what I think happens.
Yep.
Because we already know what's happening on SmackDown with Io and Bailey. Dakota special referee, please.
Please.
So yeah, man, that's what I want to happen. I think Liv should stay off TV, and I think that should be the long term booking that they go for the Monday nights on Raw.
Hey, I mean, we're not saying we're perfect WWE storytellers here, but hey, we don't have all bad ideas. We might have some good ideas down the road. Who knows? Maybe that might be wiretapping this podcast. Who knows?
Hey man, if y'all are listening, y'all can hire me too. You feel me? I'm here.
All right. If you need someone as a random ass security guard or someone to take a bump, hire Elijah.
Listen. I'm very entertaining. Okay, I have a lot of character.
Yeah, he's willing to take a Gunther chest chop. Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I could be, you know,
Would you be a
you guys
manager?
need somebody for NXT.
Uh, hey, would you be a
Whatever.
man?
What?
Would you be a manager for somebody?
Would I be a manager?
Yeah.
All the guys I like don't need managers though, because they all can talk.
Yeah. If you had to be a dream manager for someone, who would your dream client be?
Probably either Wesley or Mello.
Yeah, I mean, they might do a Trick versus Mello rivalry down the road.
I don't hope they don't. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Just let us have them
There,
separately, please.
did you
As
see? Did you see the last NXT? They're showing trickles of it because what Mello thought that Trick was saying he couldn't beat the Dragon, but then he walked away before Trick can finish his sentence and saying he can't beat him instead of I don't think you can. But then Mello walked off and then Trick finished the sentence saying I know you can beat the Dragon. So a lot of miscommunication from Trick and Mello right now on NXT.
hey man, I don't mind seeing that feud, but they got to be friends, man. That you can't break up that duo. Like it's too soon. It's too soon.
They already broke them up technically. They're solos now.
Yeah, but they just separated. It was like a New Day split. That's what it was. You feel me? You can't have them fight now.
So heal fast Xavier Woods as well. Oof.
Yeah, nobody would have been nobody would have been happy to see like when they split for real. Nobody would have been happy to see Kofi have to fight Big E or Big E have to fight Woods because one of them turned heel. Nobody wanted to see that. And this is the same situation with Trick and Mello.
Yeah, I can see it all over like social media. No one wants to see it. It'd be too heartbreaking.
Yeah, so I would definitely want to manage like Mello doesn't need it though because he's such a good talker. Maybe Trick, I'm not Trick. Maybe Wesley because he's not a promo guy for real.
Yeah.
But I would love to. I mean, I'm a great talker. I could manage somebody.
Mm. Be very interesting to see.
I'd be a great, not a Paul Heyman, but I'd be a real sleazy manager.
Stephen A. Smith.
I hope he comes over here too, bro.
He wants to. He wanted to be at the last one.
I know he
He even
wants
talked
to.
to
That's
Paul
why I'm
Heyman
like,
about
yo,
being one for someone for WrestleMania next year.
I need him to be.
It's gonna be in Philly next year. Just imagine.
I want to go, man, but them prices.
Oof, yeah. Just him coming like with anti-cowboy stuff would be hilarious. Or like the Eagles already hate the Cowboys as is, so it'd be perfect fit for Stephen A. Smith to go to be a manager or their WrestleMania. Just imagine Stephen A. Smith as a manager. Now that would be hilarious. He has the personality for it, and he can talk. Paul Heyman's got to teach him a few things. I think he'll be okay. Maybe like not an everyday thing, but a nice special guest manager.
Yeah, I wonder who he'll manage.
Imagine if this Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
I don't think they need that.
Hmm.
Montez Ford could be the mouthpiece for them, for real. To be
Absolutely.
honest.
Okay, who would need Stephen A. Smith's personality?
Omas.
They got MVP for him.
MVP is not a. Never mind. No comment.
Okay, that's why I say I would end this shit right here, right
MVP's,
now. Just
MVP's your guy. My bad. Let me not
no.
comment.
If you're being honest, be honest. We're here to pod. We're here to talk. If you don't think something a certain way, I don't agree with. That's perfectly fine. We're here to talk it out.
All right, so I'll say this,
Oh
and
damn,
I've always thought this. I've never really thought of MVP as a top talker.
that's fair.
So like making him a manager was very interesting, but even still, like I kind of was always like, where are you going next? Because like it's like, don't get me wrong, he can talk and he's fine to cut a promo. But like when I think of manager, I'm really thinking like Paul Heyman.
That's pretty much like he's the goat,
He's
right?
the standard,
Yeah,
and it's like you see how he can just instantly inflict a reaction from the crowd.
no, what he said on First Take, crazy. He said, "I'm the goat. Anyone else is worse or dead." I was like, "Damn,
But it's true, and it's
it
like,
is." Yeah,
but him saying something like that, even that inflicted a reaction from ESPN.
yeah. Stephen A. Smith's face. Oof.
So it's like him knowing, like seeing Paul Heyman do that. And then seeing MVP not be able to do it, he's still cut a solid promo, but he's not able to do that. Whereas even Roman now can, in an instant, inflict an emotion from the crowd. Uh, who else? Who else is a good enough talker to do that? Seth, in an instant, if he really wanted to, just get an emotion out of the crowd. Bray, R.I.P. If he wanted to, get an emotion out of the crowd.
Dom don't even have to say anything.
Dom doesn't have to say anything, but that's just because it's so fun to boo him.
Yeah.
But like these, like there are so many people who can just in an instant get that thing out of it. LA Knight can do it. Miz can do it.
Miz,
Edge can do it.
Randy,
Randy is one of the best at it, honestly. But it's like we see these guys can do it.
Cena.
Cena can do it.
We're,
Cena's
we're
another
seeing him a
Cena's
lot.
another great promo.
Yeah.
Rock can do it.
CM Punk.
Punk was great at it too. And it's like
Yeah.
we're seeing who can do it. And it's like MVP is not on their level. So I don't
I
think
agree.
he's
Yeah.
a manager for that. I think he's a manager for more of cheap victory, sleazy win, call MVP. But in terms of giving a promo and inflicting that emotion from a crowd, I need to see that out of MVP.
No, I agree with that. Absolutely, something needs to work on.
But other than that, like I said, MVP, I've always liked MVP as well. He's not as high on my list as Phil's list, but MVP was definitely one of my favorite entrances to watch.
Absolutely. Grab the tunnel. Get the fireworks. Nobody can stop me. Him and Matt Hardy. Oof.
Great
Yeah,
feud.
absolutely.
But yeah, that's just how I feel about MVP as a manager.
Hey, that's fine. You're allowed to have your opinion, sir. I completely agree with you with that opinion. Also, how do you feel about Cena coming back for seven
Hey man,
appearances?
that Hollywood strike is kicking his ass. That's what I feel about it.
He's like,
That
well,
boy don't
you're
got
gonna role
nothing
play as
else.
John Cena.
You don't got nothing else to do for real. So I mean, I ain't mad at you, man. Pop,
Get
like
your money. Oof.
come
Imagine.
back where you came from. We love you over here. You know, just stay away from Theory.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh yeah. Imagine. Oof. You
I'd
hoping?
love to see a backstage segment actually with Theory just holding his head after Payback or something. You know, or losing next week and Cena just walks past shaking his head.
Say, I
Perfect
told you
storytelling right
so.
there.
Do you want to see him? Maybe him talk to LA Knight a little bit. Him and Cena.
Him and LA Knight have to go at it, but I feel like they should, tag team match where LA Knight does most of the dirty work.
Right, because yeah, Cena's at that age where he said himself he doesn't know how long he has left in him. Maybe one
Yeah.
match max, maybe two. But
Yeah, but I would accept that. I
someone
do
said
want to see him
freestyles
and
was
Hit
hit,
Row
bro.
go at it. I do want to see that.
Oh, you're
I do
serious
want to see
about
that.
that?
I do want to see that. I
Really?
want to see that.
Him
Yes.
and Top Dollar going bar for bar?
I want to see that. I'm sorry. I want to see it. I'm sorry. I want to see it.
Why?
What else do I want to see from Cena? I want to see him interact with the Street Profits too.
7 appearances, right? I think that was slated. Seven
7
straight.
in a row. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they said.
Only SmackDown, correct?
Yeah, only
Yeah. So
SmackDown. If he ends
Theory,
up on
LA Knight.
Raw, I'd love to see
Oof.
a segment with him and Finn. Or him and
Damn.
Dom, actually. Never mind. Him
Damn.
and Dom.
I wish we could have got one more Cena and Edge promo.
Well, Edge is no longer here.
Right. Yeah.
That was the last match on his contract. But yeah, I'd love to see a bunch of Cena segments with. I want to see the Hit Row one. I'm sorry.
Is it a
LA
special
Knight for
reason
sure.
or?
No, I just want to see it. LA Knight for sure, though.
Yeah.
I want to see him interact with Sammy and KO low key.
Yeah. Maybe another.
Like it doesn't even have to be a real segment. It could just be a little like fake backstage conversation.
Ray too, maybe.
Hmm?
Maybe another interaction with Ray.
Maybe. I don't think so, but
AJ Styles not SmackDown, isn't he?
AJ Styles is on SmackDown, but AJ Styles is a face, so I don't know how that interaction would really go.
It could be a goofy one too. Maybe possibility.
Um,
SmackDown roster. Because there's a lot of options. I don't know what they're doing with John Cena. Like, what's the plan with him? But we got to see. we would definitely love to see what happens with him. Yeah, Street Profits, Theory. Bobby Lashley wouldn't make too much sense. Grayson Waller, maybe revisit what he did at Money in the Bank.
Nah, I wouldn't revisit that.
Damus sucks that Pretty Deadly. That guy got injured too. Was it Elton Prince or Kit Wilson? Probably think it was Elton Prince that got injured. Ellie Knight, Gallows, Michael Cole, Montez Ford, Boogs, Rich Holland, Texas Clark. Sheamus, maybe? I know him and Sheamus had a little bit of rivalry going back and forth.
I'm cool with a Sheamus interaction.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's only 7 appearances. We don't know what we're getting, but I'm pretty sure they'll make the most of his time. Since when's the last time you're going to see a 7 appearance stint from John Cena on WWE again? Hey, make your moments. Make some nice promos. Get to know the roster a little bit more. Since you're one of the older generation guys. I'm pretty sure he's already known most of them since he's a frequent visitor for promos for WWE. But do what you can. Enjoy your time here while you're on strike.
Yeah.
And,
I know Cody's on Raw, but I'd love to see a real genuine interaction between them. Like ring promo interaction.
absolutely. So, hey, that's the pod. WWE pod. The Payback pay-per-view will be this Saturday. We're dropping this on Thursday, a day before our 1 year. Me, John, Elijah stopped by as well to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of us uploading on YouTube.
Yeah.
We talked about the NFL season predictions, and we released our season bets on Price Picks and FanDuel. So stay tuned for that. It should be uploading Friday, aka tomorrow around noon, I believe. So stay tuned. And before we head out, last words. What we got?
Last words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. How he said it was hilarious. Yeah. Or like he kept repeating it over and over again, the Miz. But hey. For me, hey, enjoy your time with people. Whether it's friends, family, people at your job. Enjoy time with people while you can. You never know. So with that being said, Ball Central Podcast, I will be live doing a fantasy football draft and color commentating the pay-per-view, premium live event on Saturday for Payback. So since my last draft of the year, fantasy football draft got double booked, so I will be multitasking. So good luck. That'll be on Saturday around like 7 or 8. I don't know what we'll do, but I'll promote it anyways. So with that being said, from myself, Elijah from Ball Central, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say on ball.
Oh yeah, my fault.